Hello video makers, it's day 41. I thought I'd talk about being a visionary and not necessarily a creative. So for those of you that don't know, I've been running Kinetal now for almost 6 years, and one thing that's happened is we've had a lot of people come and go in the business. Some of them have stayed for longer, other people have come and gone. And I'll tell you that I've never really been, not never really, I haven't been the editor in the business. I've always employed somebody to do that job. My editing skills are somewhat lacking at times. So how that's translated is that when we've come to the creative process, me and Amy have always been the people that reviewed the videos that we created, right? So we've always had the vision of what the end product should be like, even if we're not the creatives that create it. So I'll tell you how this translates. And I'm going to write a blog post about this as well. I'm kind of in the middle of writing this blog post just to show some of that review process. But there's 3 things that I can think of that really made a lot of difference when it comes to the type of video that we made. And I'll start with our wedding films, because when we created the business, of course, it was created off the back of us wanting to have a video for our wedding, right? That's where all the video stuff comes from. With the wedding films, there's a few different styles that happen. Everybody has their own style. Ours is it has the same formula. We always use music with songs in it throughout the wedding film. Like our wedding film that we had created when we started the business was like a music video. And we were very clear that one of our unique selling points when we're making this kind of video was that we made them like music video. They looked like music videos. So we always said when we do our highlight films, which is the film that goes on the internet, we will always use royalty-free music, which means we can publish them around the internet without getting told off for copyright issues. And they will always have somebody singing a song, because we wanted the songs to mean something to the couples that watch them. It was a choice, and we've stuck to that, and the format is the same for the 52 videos that we've made, or 50, whatever it is now, 50 something. Another thing that we have done on that note is we chose not to have speeches and the ceremony, the words that people say during those in the wedding film. It is a choice. You look at all of the wedding film companies and they all do the same. They have cinematic music, they go into some kind of speeches and talking, and then they carry on with cinematic music. We hated that format, so we never did it. And we've had several different editors that have asked us, can we do it like that? And it's like, no, that's not our style. So with the six editors that we've had, we've ensured that they satisfied the format that we, as the visionaries of the business, have created, and we made sure that was consistent. Oh, yeah, there is one other thing that happened with the wedding videos. What happened when we first started them is, because they were like music videos, the pace of them was quite quick. And if you think about the cinematic ones where there is sort of nice music, cinematic music, and then there's talking and stuff, the 2 things are quite opposite in some ways. When you have music videos, they're quite pacey. The tempo is quite quick. So when we created some of the first videos, they were really quick, and the people in the shots never really got a long time. Like the camera never lingered on them. So what I said to I think Jordan at the time, and Adam who followed Jordan, I said, what people want to see in their wedding film is lingering shots of themselves. Like, people like to see themselves in the video. It's important that you linger on the people in the video, because it's about them. It's not about your creative process. It's not about keeping to the time of the video sometimes, the pace of the song and that kind of thing. You must linger on the people. They want to see themselves, because that helps them share the video. They want to see themselves, so that makes them feel part of the day, or that kind of thing. So it was a very key and clear decision that we made, me and Amy, right? Then we'll talk about corporate videos. Let's talk about that for a second. With corporate videos, there's a style. We film events. We've filmed events around the world. And again, whilst we've had other people film them, I've filmed quite a lot as well, but I've never edited them. The style has always been very important. The way in which you put these things together has been very important, and it has been led from the top. It's led from me and Amy. This is how we want to make sure that this is good. And the blog post that I'm writing at the moment, it sort of aligns with that, because what happened is when Joe was with us down in Brighton SEO, I said to him, just go mad, just go film what you like and come up with a video. Now we created it, and in the blog post I talk about the first, second and third edit. So there was no creative brief for this. This is just something we wanted to do. I wanted to test a bit of equipment, test the format, blah, 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 and put Joe to work on something like this as well. It was important to me to sort of see his creative interpretation of what should be there. When we got to the end of that first edit, there's a few things that I think I realised at that point were taken for granted when I have used other people in the past, because I've passed on the format of what we like to see, of what the customer likes to see so much, that it was second nature to us in the end. So when Joe did it, there was a few things that were missing. One of the things was busy hallways. Like if you do corporate video events, nobody wants to see emptiness. They want to see busy, busy, busy. Super important to them. Our conference must look like it's the busiest thing. Like you want to go there because you can't miss out. And there's so many people, so packed that you're missing out. You're one of the few, not one of the many that turned up. So they want to see that, and they want to see sort of buzzing and excitement and that kind of thing. And then the other thing that a lot of corporate events want to promote is fun. It's all right showing exhibitors and showing speakers and that kind of thing, but they want to see the fun in the event, like what goes on with the exhibitors, what kind of things do they make that is fun. So it might be giveaways, swag, t-shirts, that kind of thing. It might be some people have coffee bars, some people have cocktail bars, that kind of thing. It's all about making it entertaining for the people that attend. And then the last thing is the amount of speakers they have. A lot of conferences and exhibitors, a lot of conferences will have a vast array of speakers. So it's important that you get all of those in the video as well. So there, for us, when we're reviewing those things, we're looking for those things all the time, because we're thinking about the people watching, we're thinking about the client, and we're thinking about what the purpose of why they're using these videos in the first place. So all of those three things go through when we're reviewing the video, and then we feed that back into the creative process until we get to the end point. And the end point for us is really giving the client the video. Once the client's got the video, then they will give us changes as well and sort of add their stuff into it. But it must be at that point before we can pass it on and give it back to them. Anyway, I hope that was useful. I hope you understand a lot more about being a visionary in the business. But you don't have to necessarily be the creative person in the business. You can be the visionary and understand what the whole holistic view of things is. And you can, I hope you understand the sort of creative process that we go through internally before you even get to see the video, before other people get to see the video. And that's it really for today. Take care guys, see you tomorrow.